Welcome to the Apex Fundamentals series.
Hi friends!
This is a series where I'll break down the core concepts behind high-level Apex Legends gameplay. I've hit number 1 8 times, I've IGL'd at multiple LGS LAN events, and I'm here to show you how the game actually works. I'll go through every important mechanic and concept within the game and explain one of them at a time to help you guys win more games.
In the last episode, we talked about tempo and its importance in Apex, but today we're going to talk about positioning.
So what is positioning and why does it matter so much in Apex? Positioning is the foundation of every fight. It's not about just sitting on high ground or holding a building. It's about creating advantages before the first shots are even fired. Good positioning helps to give your team control over space, phasing, and timing. Bad positioning forces you into reactive plays where you're always going to be a step behind. In this video, I'm going to break down the fundamentals of positioning, from understanding Strongside versus Weakside, to using cover and angles properly, and how smart positioning can win you fights before a single shot is even fired. Let's start with one of the most important fundamentals to help to define it: Weakside versus Strongside. Every single fight in Apex comes down to this balance. You're either starting a fight from a position of advantage, that's Strongside, or from a disadvantage, that's Weakside. Strongside means your team controls the fight before it even begins. You've got better positioning, high ground, stronger armor, or even the ring working in your favor. You are the one dictating the tempo, deciding when and how the fight happens. Weakside is the opposite. You're playing from the back foot, maybe you're on low ground, your team's under geared, or you're getting forced out of zone. When you're on Weakside, your goal isn't to brute force the fight, it's to buy time, manage your space, and look for that small mistake from the enemy that lets you flip the control. That's why understanding Weakside and Strongside is so important. Are you the one dictating the game, or are you the one reacting to it? So now that you understand what Weakside and Strongside actually mean, the next step is learning how to recognize them in real time. Every fight in Apex starts before the first bullet is fired. The moment you see another team, you should be asking yourself, who has the advantage in this moment? Start by breaking it down into 3 key categories: position, resources, and control. Position is the most obvious one. High ground, cover, angles. If you could shoot without being shot, that's Strongside. If you're forced to cross open ground or climb into sightlines, that's Weakside. Simple as that. Resources, this includes your armor, meds, utility. If you've got better armor, more nades or ultimates ready, you have more options. That's strength. If you're low on heals or you've already burned abilities just to survive, you're starting weak. Control is the least obvious out of the 3, but maybe it's the most important. If you're reacting to their push, they're on Strongside. If you're the one forcing them to move, reposition, or waste utility, you are the one that controls it. And here's the key: you can shift that balance mid-fight. Even if you start on Weakside, you can reposition, you can slow things down, or you can bait cooldowns until you flip the advantage. Because being aware of your position advantage isn't just about avoiding bad fights, it's about creating opportunities to help you win fights you technically shouldn't. So now that you're able to recognize whether you're on Strongside or Weakside, the next step is knowing what to actually do with that information. Let's start with Strongside. When you have the advantage, your goal is to press that advantage without overextending. You don't want to throw away your position for a few shots of damage. Instead, use your Strongside to force movement, make the enemy uncomfortable, limit their options, apply pressure from multiple different angles, and make them commit mistakes. The best teams in the world don't just hold strong positions, they leverage them. This allows them to make the enemy team play on their terms. Now let's talk Weakside. If you're starting at a disadvantage, your first goal isn't to win the fight, it's to change the fight. You need to look for ways to flip the map, shift your position, control, or timing until the fight favors you. That could mean rotating to better cover, using utility to create space, or slowing the pace until the other team makes a move you are able to punish. For example, if you're on low ground, don't immediately push uphill. Instead, reposition to a nearby angle that forces them to peek into your line of sight. The faster that you can recognize and readjust to these shifts, the more consistent your fights will become. Now that you understand the concept, let's see it in action. Here's a competitive example of Strongside from the Open Finals Game 1, okay? In this situation, Alliance is on the edge of zone. They do not have a playable spot as of yet. How do they turn this from Weakside to Strongside? They force the teams that are nearby them to do something else and not play within their space. They force this team here to go away, which allows them to go in the zone on the right and have the entire entirety of zone for free. They slide right, they get the kills, and look what happens. 100 Thieves was forced. They didn't have a choice. They were forced to go left and int for a spot on the other side of zone. Because of this, Alliance is able to clean up and just get free kills. And they instantly just kill this team for free. And now they have all the space and they go on to win this game for free. So this is an example of Weakside from the opposite POV of the last fight. This is 100 Thieves point of view and Alliance are over here currently. In this situation, they have very little options. Alliance have been holding them properly, so they cannot go to that side of zone. Their options are limited, which is a sign of Weakside. When you don't have many options available to you, when you feel like the game is playing for you, you are on Weakside. Your options are limited. Now, they have to push forward and zone is constantly pressuring them, which limits the amount of time they have, so they have absolutely no tempo. So they just have to queue through and try and fight, and they end up just getting knocked and died. So right here is an amazing example of a team switching Weakside to Strongside. In this situation, there is a team on the north side where this crane is that is currently trying to kill exterminators who are on low ground here. They are stuck in Weakside. When you're in Weakside, your priority is two things. It is stabilizing, which means to control the space you're in and hold out people trying to push you. And B, patience. You are going to try and wait for something to happen. So right here, they are currently stabilizing. They are trying to reset the knock from this original fight. So as soon as they do that and all three of them are healed, they look to try and flip the switch. They look to try and flip Weakside to Strongside. And how do they do that? They play off the utility that Naughty has with Crypto to try and do an EMP push on the ZZ, which is Zero's team. They push through. Joey ends up getting a knock on Funk, and the tides of this fight have shifted instantly. Exterminators are now on Strongside, and ZZ's team has just been forced instantly onto Weakside, and they're forced to reset. So this is a really good example. When it comes to trying to switch, it's a matter of patience and it's a matter of stabilizing. You are trying to wait for someone to screw up that you can play off of. By studying these examples, you can start recognizing the patterns. High ground, ring pressure, armor differences, positioning, and how it changes your approach to every fight. Now that you understand Weakside and Strongside, let's talk about positioning fundamentals that apply to every single fight you take. Cover, sightlines, and spacing. These three elements determine how effective your positioning actually is. Cover isn't just hiding behind something. It's about controlling how much of you the enemy can see while still giving you the ability to take shots. Good cover lets you poke, pressure, and reposition safely. Bad cover leaves you exposed and forces you into reactive play. Sightlines are equally important. You need to control what angles you can see and what angles the enemies can see. A strong position gives you clear, dominant sightlines, which you can watch approaches from, spot rotations, and react early to threats. Weak positions force you to constantly guess what's coming, which leaves you on the back foot. And then there's spacing. This is the distance you keep from the enemy, from your teammates, and even from the zone. Proper spacing prevents you from being punished by enemies, grenades, or flanks, and it maximizes your ability to support your team. It's this invisible layer that makes cover and sightlines actually work. By combining strong cover, dominant sightlines, and smart spacing, you're maximizing your strong side advantages, you're controlling the tempo and the flow of the fight before you even fire a shot. Now that we've broken down the fundamentals of positioning, let's see them in action. I'm going to show you examples from my own gameplay where cover, sightlines, and spacing make the difference between winning and losing a fight. So here's an example of cover and sightlines from a clip I hit in ranked a few days ago, okay? In this situation, I'm currently alone, which you really shouldn't do, but ignore that. Whenever I see this guy on roof, I take advantage of my cover to head glitch this guy and force him to full body peek me. This means that I have a better sightline than him because he has to hit a smaller hitbox, whereas I have a bigger hitbox to hit. So I end up getting the knock on this guy for basically free. So what I end up doing is I understand that I need to take control of the roof as it is the power position in this fight. So I queue up to roof, and once again, I'm trying to show as little of my body as I can whenever I peek because it makes it harder for them to hit me and I will see more of them. So right here, I'm peeking just so I can see down to her chest, and I'm trying to kill her. I end up getting another knock on this lifeline, and I re-knock the rev. And as soon as I do this, I run away to put myself in a position where I can bat. So right here, I play inside the door, and it's all about cover and sightlines in this situation because I have broken sightlines and I have cover. If the guy swings in my door here, I could shut the door and go outside. If he swings my left, I could shut the door and play inside. So as soon as I get this bat off, I look to start playing forward and I play where this door is. I see him sticking the res. So if he wasn't going to stick the res, I would shut this door and heal on it and buy my time so my teammate could get here and help me. On the other hand, I see him sticking the res, and because the res is on the left side, I swing to the right, which basically puts me in an even position with this guy, and I end up getting the kill. So this is basically how I have just 1v3'd a Pred team, and this is mostly just cover and sightlines in this situation. These free positioning fundamentals are what let you turn strong side advantages into wins, and even give you a chance when you're on weak side. Master these and you'll start seeing fights completely differently. So that's positioning in Apex. Every fight in Apex is just a battle of advantages. Recognize where you're strong, know when you're weak, and adjust your play accordingly. Use cover, control your sightlines, and manage spacing to dictate the fight rather than just reacting to what's happening. That's how you start winning fights more consistently. I want to thank Nadridge for the video idea, and let me know in the comments what ideas you guys would want to see next. If this helped you out, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. This is Apex Fundamentals. Thanks for watching. Keep her lit.